Hello, and thank you for watching this May 23rd weather update, brought to you by Agrible, the makers of Morning Farm Report. My name is Eric Snodgrass, and I'm a senior atmospheric scientist and co-founder of Agrible. As I began preparing this video on Sunday evening, May 22nd, I became aware that 5 years ago on that evening, I was looking at this radar image in southwestern Missouri. This is a zoomed-in radar reflectivity image of the Hook echo on a supercell. The bright pinks and purples and white pixels in the Hook echo are called a debris ball. These radar signatures only occur when a tornado throws objects like tree branches, shingles, and siding so high into the sky that the radar network can scan them. Due to their large size, they have a very high radar reflectivity. This image was taken during the Joplin, Missouri EF5 tornado, which produced wind speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour and killed 162 people. This ranks as the 7th deadliest tornado in U.S. history. Now, it was a large multi-vortex tornado, and essentially, this means that the larger tornadic circulation had multiple smaller tornadoes embedded within it. Most, but not all, violent EF4 and EF5 tornadoes share this characteristic. Now, to see the power of 200-mile-per-hour winds, look at this apartment complex before the tornado, and here's the same location after. The May 22, 2011 Joplin tornado was kind of the cap to over a month and a half of extreme severe weather activity. New records were set for the most tornadoes ever in a month, that was for April of 2011, where the new record now stands at 747 tornadoes, and also the number of tornadoes in a single 24-hour period was shattered in April of 2011. Essentially, 2011 was one of the most active severe weather years on record. Now, as I mentioned in the May 16th video update, we were expecting an increase in severe weather activity for this week, and things really got going over the past weekend. A powerful supercell thunderstorm erupted near Leoti, Kansas on Saturday and produced a tornado. Supercells are small but extremely powerful storms, and their defining characteristic is that they spin. When one is producing a tornado, there are actually 3 size scales to this spin. There is the large-scale mesocyclone, which is the slowly rotating updraft of the storm. Then there's the rapidly rotating wall cloud, which forms as the storm ingests its own juicy outflow. And then there's the tornado. We are expecting storms like this throughout much of this week too. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's outlooks for Monday through Wednesday of this week. The first 3 days of the week will see an eastward progression of the severe weather threat, although the greatest risk area to start this week is in the Central Plains. Meteorologically, the configuration of the jet stream level winds are offering a great deal of support to the development of these storms. Once again, the flow aloft is following an omega pattern, which is marked by a large ridge in the central United States. Under this ridge, a large dome of high air pressure is sitting over the Midwest and Eastern Corn Belt. Along the western periphery of this ridge, warm, moist, unstable air is being transported north into the center part of this ridge, which is also in the Central Plains. That air will serve as the energy source for the storms we expect to erupt here. Then, as this pattern shifts to the east, a trough in the jet stream will come out of the southern Rockies, providing lift while further destabilizing the atmosphere and adding wind shear. The result of all of this is that we're expecting a lot of stormy weather this week in the Central Plains and parts of the Midwest. Here's the first round for the week on Sunday night as the sun set. From satellite, we can see the large anvil clouds spread over the tops of these supercells. As of 9 p.m. Central Time on Sunday night, these storms had already produced 30 separate tornado reports. Well, May will finish warm across the Corn Belt with 80s and 90s surging north under that ridge. So let's focus on the rain for this week instead. Quite a bit is expected from Texas to the Dakotas and Minnesota through Monday and Tuesday. Then, expect this rain to push east through parts of the Midwest on Tuesday night into Wednesday, before another surge of moisture pushes through the plains at the end of the week. Now, if you're in the eastern part of the Corn Belt, Monday and most of Tuesday will be dry, but then expect a chance for storms along with the warm and humid weather through the end of this week. This rain is essentially the continuation of a wet spring, which currently has nearly all of the Corn Belt void of drought conditions. Stress on this year's crop will likely come from heat later in the season. Well, as always, we at Agrible bring you the latest and best weather forecast information through our Morning Farm Report so that you can efficiently plan your operations. We thank you for your attention and hope you look forward to our next weather video update. Thank you.